Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick video on you get what you pay for, and it's not to bash any one company or not. It's really to throw praise at one company more than some others. I mentioned that I get a lot of bare root roses from Palatine Roses. Those are the three potted plants there. Two on the right are Dublin Bay, and the one on the left is Dolly Parton. I mentioned them. The ones on the right are from Weeks, and we'll talk about those folks in a second. I mentioned Palatine. My only hesitation ordering from that company is I do a lot of exhibition roses, and they don't carry a huge variety of those. They're getting more and more into disease resistance and roses you don't need to spray. So that's not what I'm interested in. So that's the only limitation of their website. But their roses are great. You can clearly see the ones on the left are bigger than the ones on the right. They were ordered through the mail. So again, I wish I took pictures, but the root system that you get with the Palatine Roses is unbeatable. Huge roots, just a really, really nice plant. These are grafted on Multiflora. These from Weeks came via Witherspoon, also in the mail, and they are grafted on Dr. Huey. No tricks, the pots are about the same size. These are slightly bigger, but that Weeks pot there was a 3-gallon, so it's not because one got more fertilizer or one had a bigger pot. And on the whole, you might say, well, Eric, I don't notice a huge difference. It's hard to show in the video, but the 3 on the left are definitely bigger than the 3 on the right. And it's true to say, well, plants grow at different timetables. Maybe they'll catch up, and they might, but I'm not optimistic for that to happen, and here's why. If you look beyond the leaves on the top and you get down to, again, they look fine from the top, but I get down to the bud union and see what's going on, and there's just not a lot going on. I have no growth, no new growth from the bud union itself. And again, so I have a lot of top growth, but not a lot going on down here. That's Pope John Paul. This is Fragrant Cloud. Same type of thing. Not a lot of new canes, or we call these basal breaks if we had some stuff coming out from the bud union itself. And this is Secret, probably the best of the 3 from Weeks. And again, not a lot of activity down below. Maybe here's a small cane coming there. So, you know, kind of growing slowly. Not optimistic for the future given the lack of what's happening down below. So we'll give it time. We'll see what happens. You contrast that with the ones from Palatine, and again, out of the box, the ones from Weeks looked healthy, but the root system's puny compared to Palatine, and that makes a big difference. Your root system is a big deal. This is Dublin Bay, and you contrast that very healthy bud union, multiple canes coming out of it. And if you look really carefully, I just moved these around, so it might be hard to see, but I got a lot of action going on here. Here's what's called a basal break. There's 1, 2, let me move this leaf out of the way, 3, 4. 4 basal breaks from this bud union from Palatine. That's 1. No basal breaks on this one yet, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 healthy canes. Looks really, really good. And then again, it's not a trickery with the variety. I don't see any basal breaks on this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good canes. So not only are they taller when you're looking at them from the top profile than the ones from Weeks, but none of these have any life from the bud union. So we'll plant them in the ground. We'll check in. We'll, a month from now, if they've caught up, then I'll post about it. But unfortunately, I'm not very optimistic. I think what's going to happen is I'll have a lot of this top growth, and I'll have an okay bush, but unless I'm getting some new development from down here, they're going to be duds down the road compared to these that, in the one case, 4 or 5 basal breaks, and the other 2, just a lot of healthy canes, so they'll develop basal breaks as they go. I'll update you. We'll see what happens. But again, not to bash Weeks in this case, but I cannot speak enough about the Palatine Roses from Canada. They are on Multiflora, so if that doesn't grow well in your part of the country, that's a consideration, but I can't say enough. Quality plant you get in the mail, huge root systems. I'll dig up an old picture and maybe post it, because I did take a picture before. Such an impressive plant that they send through the mail. So we'll update you. This is getting toward the latter part of June. If these weak roses take off this summer, I'll be the first to praise it. But out of the box, they were behind Palatine. Now, I guess a month and a half, 2 months later, they're still behind. So we'll see what happens, and I'll certainly update you on that. Now I got to go do some planning. Comment below, what's your favorite source of mail order roses? Is it Weeks? Is it Reagan? Is it Palatine, Edmonds, Jackson and Perkins? A lot of them out there. If you get one with good root system on it, like Palatine, I say stick with those companies, because you'll be more than likely apt to have success down the road. Have a good day, everybody.